Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson, a.k.a. Uncle Tex, a.k.a. Professor Tex. Before we start, smash that like button, share with a friend. Got any questions, comments, concerns, leave it down below. And we can have us a nice little dialogue. Let's keep it respectful. Remember, people, it's only a game. Well, I done let all those jokers over there at ESPN and Fox and NFL Network talk their little BS about week three and stuff like that. I always come when them guys are ready. When we getting ready to go into week 4, I do my little week 3 preview and week 3 synopsis of the different games that was played the past few days ago. I'm gonna run through them real quick. Miami and Buffalo, no surprise there. Miami had their chances and whatnot and stuff like that. Tua laid the egg. McDaniels and Tua is getting ready to be a problem. Changes is probably going to be ready to come up in the next couple. I mean, Tua is a nice quarterback, but I'm like, he is, at the end of the day, he is fragile. Because in this league, at this particular point in time, you're going to have to run the ball. Meaning that, not so much saying about handing the ball off to your tailback. You're going to have to take off and run. And they don't want him to do that because he'd be in concussion protocol. So that's something to watch. Houston, Jayville, yeah, no surprise there. Trevor got it going on and stuff like that. Now, everybody's getting ready to holler at C.J. Stroud. Now, remember, C.J. Stroud, after his rookie year or during his rookie year, he labeled himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Well, sophomore slump last year, and here we going into the third year, and it's not looking good because at the end of the day, he really doesn't. I'm not saying he can't play because I think he can. He's running for his life. And when your line ain't blocking for you, man, it's problems. It's problems. It's a real problem. That's a talented team. They're a young, talented team. They got to get together. I think they probably will, but right now they're going through some things. Atlanta and Carolina did not see this coming. Did not see this coming at all. 30-0. Penix gets benched. They got to bring in Cousins, my nemesis. Look, man, like I said, any given Sunday, you didn't see it coming because Atlanta has weapons all over offense. And I just think they just wanted to roll over, and Carolina said, now we coming into play. And that's why you got to play the game. Washington and Las Vegas, seen this coming, should have been coming. Even with old boy hurt, you had my man come in for Daniels, which is ironic. So crazy. It's a two Heisman Trophy winners, as a matter of fact. Mariota. I always thought Mariota was nice. He was just never in a situation where a coach was going to give him a chance and let him be a dual threat quarterback because that's what he was at Oregon. But I guess they just don't see that. However, Las Vegas doing what they doing and stuff like that. Pete Carroll still rolling with Geno. Okay. Keep on doing that. All right. Geno had his comeback player of the year thing for the last couple of years. I think it's over with. That's just me. All right, New York, Tampa Bay, hell of a game, good game and whatnot. I think New York is trying to uprise of being in games and whatnot. Tampa Bay came out with a good win and everything. They're 3-0. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. Baker's hurt. Okay, I think Baker's hurt. Something about his wrist or something, thumb or wrist or one of them things. Mike Evans is supposed to be out the next 3 or 4 weeks, so we'll see what happens. Remember, this week 3, we're getting ready to go into week 4. It's still mad early. I told you guys, I don't get off into all that shit until about 8 or 9. I always would say 8 because you had 8 and 8, 16, but now they added a goddamn game to it. Before I'm 60 years old to be playing 20 games. All right, LA and Philly, hell of a game, crazy game. Jalen Hurts is still showing you why he's one of the top quarterbacks in the game, even though people don't want to get up because he don't have the bells and whistles. Bro, in this game here, it's about winning. In the NFL, it's about winning. Jalen has always been a winner from college and in pro. He is a winner. It might not be what you want to see. He wins. AJ Brown hadn't had anything going on, and then he was his main man. He takes what is given to him. If they're doubling the man, well, I'm going to sit up there and chance throwing the ball at him if he's being doubled and they on his ass. Oh, he ain't out in the game. Then all of a sudden, my man started hitting him with all these passes, and A.J. Brown has his best game so far of the 3 weeks of the season. All right? And the block field goal, big boy, take it back and stuff like that. Nothing better to see than that. I don't give a fuck if you don't like Philly or whatever. Anytime a big man can block it, scoop it and run it. Hey, man, that's great for the game. Pittsburgh, New England, 21-14. Aaron Rodgers is going to do what he's going to do. New England is New England right now. New England's getting ready to go on a downslide and whatnot and whatnot. So it's like, so Pittsburgh did what they were supposed to do with them. Minnesota, Cincinnati. Did not see that coming. I had Minnesota winning because I hadn't really picked. I'm going to pick this week, though. Hadn't picked. Wasn't expecting this. Was not expecting this. My man with the 2 picks. With the 2 taken back for touchdowns, turnovers and whatnot, Jamar Chase and all them kind of stuff, and everybody sitting there talking about what's his name? Let me see. What's his name? Let's look it up real quick. I love doing shit like this. Yeah, Jake Browning, because he came in for a couple of years ago with old boy, and they didn't make the playoffs. 19 for 27, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, two picks. Wentz came in. Wentz, who was going to win the MVP of the year, his 2017. When Philly went and he got hurt, and then we all know the story that come along with that, my man, and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to see him have a nice little resurgence and whatnot. And Jamar Chase, 5 for 50. Jordan Mason, 16 carries, 116 yards. I mean, bro, since he's in trouble. I told y'all. Told you. I told you. It's only going to get worse. It will get worse. And like I told you, they're getting ready to go back to what Chris Berman used to say back in the late 80s, early 90s, the Bungles. I told you. You got heard it here. Tex told y'all. Indianapolis in Tennessee, hey, man, didn't see that coming. Yeah, because you got a rookie quarterback, some young stuff going on and everything like that. Got Danny Dimes doing what Danny Dimes does, but Danny Dimes is doing the way Danny Dimes does because he has Jonathan Taylor. Nice first name. Yeah, man. It's cool. It's going to always be those games though where there's difficulty going to come arise when it's going to be tight and you're going to reveal who you really are. But if they got a running game and it's somewhat of a decent defense, they can go ahead and play all Danny Dimes. Look, man, I've said this before. Danny Dimes wasn't a bad quarterback. My only issue with Danny Dimes was when they picked New York, like, who the fuck was he? He went to fucking Duke. Duke is a basketball school. This is not Hurley. This is not Leitner. This is not Hill. They don't have that. I told you guys. Last decent quarterback they had coming out of Duke was Sonny Jurgensen. That was damn near 60 years ago. So what are we talking about? So that's all I'm saying. Oh, he did this at the combine. He did this, he did that. I'm like, okay. If you say so, whatever. But we see what happened. He has glimpses of being a nice running quarterback and can put it on the money. He's not like I did a show years ago when I said consistent at being consistent or consistent at being mediocre. He's consistent at being but he's not consistent at being a very good quarterback or like a Brady or like a Manning or like a Mahomes or like a Allen or like a Jackson. Those guys, over the time, those guys are consistent at being great. Got some quarterbacks that are consistent at being good. And you got some quarterbacks that are consistent at being And he's right above. And so we'll see what happens. I didn't see this go. Green Bay, Cleveland. Like Nick Saban said, they rat poison. Green Bay got caught up in the rat poison. They were supposed to go in there and blow these motherfuckers out at least by 45-0. But Cleveland does have a defense. I will give them that. Everybody's been saying that. They got a defense. They just ain't got nobody at quarterback. They're still playing a goddamn Methuselah at quarterback with Joe Flacco. And they won't put in Dylan Gabriel or they won't put in Shador. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's that franchise, though. They have about 50 fucking quarterbacks in the last 20 years. But I didn't see that coming, and it's like 13-10 and they win. Made a defensive scrub. Love didn't do nothing. Running back didn't do anything. Defense played, offense didn't play. I mean, the stats are horrendous. But, hey, that's why you play the game. New Orleans and Seattle. Hey, man, 44-13. Saints are in trouble. Yeah, Saints are in trouble. They got a quarterback issue. I don't know if Rattler going to be the issue. I don't know. But they're in trouble. and whatnot. Who's over there, my man? Is it what's his name? What's that joker's name? I'm getting old, so I can remember all these guys. Sam Darnold. So Sam Darnold, 14 for 18, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker, only 38 yards. But, like I said, they did their thing. Jackson Smith, Enigma, 5 for 96, 1 touchdown and whatnot. Nice one from Ohio State. Also, he's out of the Texas region, baby, and whatnot. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Denver and Los Angeles. Yeah, that game was a nice game. It was on. 3-0. Bo Nix is going through his shit. Everybody was slobbing on his knob here just the latter part of the season and coming into this season and whatnot. Had a chance and whatnot. Blew it. Didn't get it. Herbert 3-0 with Harbaugh. But again, we'll see. I think they lost Najee Harris, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't have anything against Najee Harris. He's a decent back. He's not Derrick Henry. We'll get to that later. Not Derrick Henry. Now, he's out for the whole season. He was a mutter. He rushed for 3,000 yards in his first 3 seasons. I'm like, dude, this is like, but he don't have that breakaway. He's just the guy to get you a couple of yards here and there because of his size. He doesn't really have anything else. Now you're going to have to go to J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins, who's been hurt on and off in his career. Nice back when he was with Baltimore. Got tired of dealing with the injuries. They sent him on his way. Now you're going to have to put him back there to see what he does there. I think it's another back they got back there. They're going to be trading. They're going to be trading bars. I believe. Let me check out the cat's name. What's the man? Omarion Hampton, possibly. And of course, you're going to have dealing with Hobbins if he is J.K. Dobbins, another Texas kid. If he's not hurt, stand up LaGrange. Let me see here. Arizona had this game. Drop passes. I ain't gonna say who, but drop passes. I ain't gonna say nothing else. They win this game, but Arizona defense did what and they end up, McCaffrey got the last little pass, got him in field goal range, is what it is, and whatnot, 2-1, so we see what happens with that. Chicago, that trap game, knew that was going to happen, no pass rush, no nothing going on and stuff like that, so it is what it is. Sloppy, nasty game. I said, again, I'm in the DMV area, so we all know about Caleb Williams and stuff like that. The Bears lost about 3 or 4 games last year. We made them probably go 9-8 and possibly make the playoffs last year due to poor coaching, poor clock management, and just goofy mistakes and whatnot. Caused them to lose about 4 games that they actually should have won. Caleb is a free-fall court, much like Mahomes, but it's in a controlled environment. However, you can do your thing. So he was able to do that because Dallas has no pass rush and they have no body in the secondary. Diggs, I think Diggs is basically done. Hopefully I'm wrong. Deron Bland still hasn't come back. No safety help. No linebackers can stop the run. Just on and on and on and on and on. Dallas is in trouble. That's my team. But I told y'all guys to say I'm done. They will not probably win another Super Bowl as long as I'm alive. I'll be dead before they win another one. So I'm going to enjoy the 4 that I was able to witness live. Kansas City, New York, seeing that coming and whatnot. The whole thing with Russell Wilson. I'll do a little bit of piece on him later on. Yeah, they did what they was basically supposed to do. Kansas City had to go that and whatnot. Detroit, Baltimore, third game in a row there, Derrick Henry is fumbling the ball. And you would think that all of the training, all of the things that he does, that he would definitely, holding the ball would be one of the last things. And he's never been a fumbleitis type of dude. You're talking about somebody that is 6'3", 250 and whatnot. And again, Detroit, I remember a few years ago when they was on Hard Knocks, coming into, I think, Dan Quinn's second year, right? And me and my boy was watching him because Aaron Glenn, another Texas kid, went to A&M and whatnot, and how their defense and offense and how he was trying to mold that team because, again, Quinn, another Texas kid, he went to A&M just like Glenn did, and a toughness that comes with them, that they're not scared of anybody, and they're not going to back down. That team is a force to be reckoned with. However, I will say this. They have not too many more times left of the nookie. They got not too many more times left for the nookie. They got to get it done this year. No later than next year, they got to get it done. So we like in 22, 23, 24, 25. So we're like, okay, and they're doing their thing coming up. Amos St. Ron, hell of a wide receiver. Goff has always been a consistent, decent quarterback and whatnot and stuff like that. They got Hutchinson back. He did some nice things. They sacked quite a few. They sacked Lamar 7 times. Now Baltimore doesn't have a problem scoring, obviously. That defense is putrid. Putrid. That's not a Baltimore. Baltimore is known for their defense. They will have more Hall of Famers in the first 25 years of their existence going to, and we're talking about Ray, if we're talking about Ed, if we're talking about Suggs, if we're talking about a couple of other guys, and at least them 3 for sure. And they got players and whatnot. You got my man over there. You got Roe Smith, but he's out of place. Them guys are good. They ran the ball 11 straight times on them. You don't do that against a Baltimore defense. It is bigger than that. And if they don't get certain things done, they got about a year left. And this might be the year right here. I'll give them another year because of Lamar. I said, they got to get it done. They're bullshitting around. I told you guys, a franchise who is drafted good and they start winning early, they got a 6-year run with the people that they are with. Dallas had their 6-year run with Dak, Ezekiel, and all them other guys. All them other guys are gone. Dak is about the only joker left. And it was supposed to get it done in 23 against Green Bay and get leads to the NFC Championship game, and they didn't get it done. So that team, all them guys that came in 16, done. You got a 6-year window to do your thing. And if you don't get it done within those 5 to 6 years, bro, eventually you getting ready to go. You getting ready to go and whatnot. So the same thing as I think was Detroit has that or whatever, but they got to get it done because they should have beat San Francisco a couple of years ago and have met Kansas City. Should have beat San Francisco, I should say, and met Kansas City in the Super Bowl where it might have been, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It might have been their chance. And now they step back further. They fuck around and let Washington slap them upside the head last year. It hasn't even been a year yet. Let them slap them upside the head, and they took a step back. They got to step back forward. If they take another step back, they're done. They're toast. But we'll see. Still mad early. All right? So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and do these picks for y'all real quick and whatnot. Where we at? Week 4. Let's go. I'm going to take Arizona. With that Seattle and Arizona, I'm going to take Arizona. Minnesota and Pittsburgh. Minnesota. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. Houston and Tennessee. I'm going to take Houston. Stroud got to get out of the clouds. Philly. I'm taking Philly. New York and L.A. Yeah, I'm taking L.A. Carolina. I'm taking Carolina. Cleveland and Detroit. Not really a trap game because, like I said, you still got Flacco back there. Detroit's going to get after him. Hutchinson's feeling himself right about now. I think he's back to what he was when he came to his rookie year and whatnot and stuff like that. So I got them taking them. New Orleans and Buffalo with that. Washington and Atlanta. Toss-up. I don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to play. Atlanta has the firepower, but we'll see what happens and whatnot. You know what I'm going to do? This is my upset joint. I'm going to take Atlanta. Jacksonville, San Francisco, I'm going to take Jacksonville. Indianapolis and the Rams. And the Rams, I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams. Chicago and Las Vegas. Geno Smith got to play better. I think his little 2-year run of coming back playing and all that kind of shit like that, I think it's pretty much over with right now. I'm taking Chicago. Baltimore and Kansas City, man, this is a hell of a one right here. Between these two teams here, how I feel, what's getting ready to happen, you're going to be whoever you're going to be. And this is going to be a major thing right now. Because I'm smelling dissent in the Baltimore locker room. In the Baltimore locker room. But we go see. But I'm taking Kansas City. Taking Kansas City. Green Bay and Dallas. I'm always gonna pick Dallas, even though it's not gonna be no. Anytime there's a pick, I'm always pick Dallas because I'm a Dallas fan. So we're gonna see what happens there and whatnot. If Green Bay plays the way they played last week, Dallas will beat them. I don't see them doing that though. I don't see them doing that. New York, Miami. This is going to be telling for both of them. But I'm going to take Miami because New York doesn't have anybody at quarterback. Cincinnati, I'm taking Denver. Bo Nix gets some kind of mojo and stuff like that back and whatnot and everything. So those are my picks. And my last thing before I get up out of here, Russell Wilson. Now, Russell Wilson is going to be in favor of Jackson Dart. Right? They benched him and everything like that. They was calling for his after week 1 after his offensive line played like shit and he couldn't even set his fucking feet to even pass the ball. Dallas, who has no pass rush, when Wilson was able to do his thing, he looked like Russell Wilson in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nobody can deny that. Play again, and under duress, they're in his face. It's not about that he can't play if they're in the face. Unfortunately for Russell Wilson, who I feel is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and unfortunate thing about for Russell Wilson is right now because of the type of guy that he is like because he still wants to play. When Cincinnati did it, because he was the last of the Mohicans left from the Legion of Boom and all those great teams, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He was the last of the Mohicans. All them other guys was gone. He was the last of the Mohicans. A lot of Pro Bowls, a lot of playoff wins, a lot of wins in general. Dangerous. You're talking about somebody who is with Seattle, 104 and 53. Probably got every record known to man over there at Seattle. Now, since he's been to Denver, Pittman, he is 11 and 19. 11 and 19. I still see him first ballot because he's always been consistent. But they're rebuilding. He keeps going to teams that has nothing really going on. Even gets them into the playoffs in 11 games playing for that of the Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh has no defense. They have nothing. Their line is not what they used to be. Nothing. So I really would like to see Russell after this year, just call it a career, man. And don't tarnish your legacy because if you're not going to go somewhere to be a backup to sit up there and play, because he might end up playing again because I don't see shit going on with Dart, and I don't see Crabman doing anything else either. Just a career backup. If given time, he can do it. If he's not given time, you want him to revert back to being Russell Wilson 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay. But yeah, man, that's my spiel going on week 3 and giving you a preview of week 4 and what's getting ready to happen and stuff like that. Let me see who's. I think I already said who's going to be playing tonight. I think that's going to be on Amazon, Seattle, and Arizona. So I get a chance to see Kyler Murray, Texas kid, Texas legend, Kyler Murray and whatnot play. Hey man, you guys have a good one. We'll be back. Like I tell you guys all the time, there's no GOAT, there's no greatest of all time as long as time is still going on. Like I tell you guys all the time. Numbers don't lie and get emotional. People do. You guys have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.